I've come to appreciate you more from this trip. You know, because there's nothing else I could do. What else could I do? I couldn't watch the internet.
Hi, family.
And welcome to God's Dynamics Family Building. And today we're on our last full day of this vacation.
Vacación.
This vacation 2019. And we were discussing this morning just how much of a nice time that we've had together.
No, he said he was having such a great time with me this week.
Yeah. buttering up. But
For when we go back.
We was just thinking about how much of a great time we're having, and then she brought up something from the book, God's Dynamics, Biblically Building Family.
I like to put it up on the screen.
And she'll put it up on the screen as well. But she had mentioned something that we written in the book for years ago now, but there's a lot of different points that we can pull to and pull from. Mm-hmm. And you're starting from page 71.
And we're going to get into the topic of what we're talking about, why we're even bringing this up today. But let me read something here. It says, and I wrote, do you know that when a car gets aligned, they square the wheels and the axle? And I didn't know all this. You know, I'm not a technician. I'm not a car person or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it says, do you know that when a car gets aligned, they square the wheels and the axles with each other? Mm-hmm. In order for them to move in the same direction, right? Yeah. So when the wheels are not aligned with the axle, however, it creates an uneven pressure on the tires, and this later causes an effect where they start pushing against each other, right? That's when the wheels and axles aren't like squared. In other words, evened out together.
Yeah, so like we've had to take our vehicle to get aligned every once in a while. The tires, you might have the right front tires facing in one direction, and then the other tires just even if it's just slightly
off,
then it can cause a problem, and it causes the car or the vehicle not to function as properly as it should function.
So in that said,
you relate it to marriage.
Yes. And that's the same way, just even in our relationship, making sure that we take those times to stop and get that realignment. Because, you know, during that time, some of our times with our everyday lives, with everything that we have to go through, deal with different people, the children, all the different responsibilities that we have, it can come to a point where we become out of alignment and we start pushing at each other, which can cause arguments, disagreements, just that disconnect. And we're even gonna talk in future. We're doing another broadcast about how to have a good argument, part 2. We did part 1, and even during this time, the Lord gave us something of even how to have a good argument, how to counter some of those. We're not.
You kind of you lying on there too much. We just
okay, all right.
Say that for the other broadcast. So.
Say that for the other thing. So we're here and we're talking. We're just enjoying ourselves because it is that time where we just take that just you and I moments and we get to appreciate each other that much more. And that's what we encourage husbands, wives, those in relationships
to separate sometimes and just get back together and get yourselves back in balance, just like the cars get in balance when they get in alignment.
That could cause an accident if it's not.
Yeah.
Same in relationship.
It can cause accidents, it can cause misunderstandings. It just causes, just like I said with the car, it just causes us not to be functioning as husband and wife as properly as we should be. So I think this time for us was invaluable. I don't know if this was the first vacation that we've actually gotten a chance where we're kind of disconnected from everything.
From everything. When I say everything, and we always, it's just so funny how the Lord works things out, but no internet.
Yeah, internet was limited. Actually, I really don't want to even use the iPad and stuff. It's only because of you, and we have the cameras and so forth. But we know this is important to share with others.
To share
as
this
well.
information.
So, we took this time. But this one of our, I can't remember many other vacations or any other vacation that we've had that we was just totally like secluded just for a week. I mean, we had the children with us, but we were disconnected, and it just caused us to get back focused and even like reestablish some things in our relationship and some time together. Were you scared of the bee?
I'm not scared.
This
It's not
is
a
nature.
bee.
We're
It's
just
not.
out in
I'm not
nature.
scared of bugs. It's just.
You're such a girl. Oh my God. So,
But it just taking that time to really reconnect and celebrate our love for each other, and
get back on the same path as we have. Kind of reminded me of when we were just dating. When we first started together, we didn't have too many cares in the world. It was just the two of us, and everything
didn't
was
have
just,
all the 9
it
children.
was blissful. We didn't have a business, we didn't have responsibilities and so forth. Well, obviously we had our parents that was paying for everything, which was also nice too. But anyway, we just was really in tune with each other, and I would say it's fair to say over the 24 years we've been married that we definitely lose some of that.
Yeah.
So if we don't take those times to get back to be communicate with each other and kind of see where each other is at and really even appreciate each other, I think I've come to appreciate you more from this trip, because there's nothing else I could do. What else could I do? I couldn't watch the internet. So I had to appreciate what was there, but it does a lot for it does a lot for our relationship. So
sorry, that was an afterthought.
I'm just saying.
But we look for moments like this to date each other, to just have time, because it does, with all our responsibility and so forth, it does put a strain in our relationship, strain in our communication.
Yeah, and we may not even recognize it during the time. It's something that I wouldn't say that I consciously saw or recognized.
We're sometimes too busy to do that.
You're too busy to recognize something that's
that?
detrimental to you. So when you get to a place like here where there's nothing else going on, then you start to see, well, this has been here all the time.
Yeah.
So I think it's been great for me. I really enjoyed this vacation. But looking forward to continuing it even as we go back, and not just, not just, maybe it doesn't go away for a week into the mountains, but even just taking,
our date times. Our date times are important.
Here and there to just get back into and get back aligned with each other.
And we encourage you all, again, your husbands, your wives, get back into realignment with each other. Take those moments to step back and appreciate each other. Appreciate the initial two that was there. The dynamic duo.
Yeah.
That was originally there before the children, before the different relationships that you have, before everything else.
Yeah,
and you'll be better for it. Your relationships will be better for it.
Yeah, and then but to put another spin on it as well too, which is important, is that the same thing with us in our relationship with the Lord, is that we have to be get back in line with Him as well. I think even for us during this time as well, we always say the original two, and then we add Jason say the original three, but definitely God was in the midst of what we were doing before as well. He was here. So even though there was two of us, He was. What it says with two or more
gathered together. Look at us.
So it was the original three.
The original three.
So it gave us an opportunity, even as husband and wife, to get back in alignment with the Lord and kind of see some things and study the Word together and just get back in alignment with Him. I don't think you want to be in line with me because, I'm just saying that I don't have everything all together, and just like,
and the Lord is what gives us that common ground.
Yeah.
That when we do have those moments when we are just at a loss for what to do or how to approach certain things, or when we're fatigued even in our relationship, He offers that common ground to help to strengthen that bond in relationship, What the Lord has joined together, let no man put asunder, including the two humans that are in the relationship.
Yeah, so it's important.
So that's important.
To be in alignment with Him.
Keep the Lord as the head. Yeah.
Above all, even as a couple. So I think this was important for that as well too. So,
Yes.
This portion was titled "Just You and I."
Mm-hmm. In the book, God's
Yeah.
Dynamics, Biblically Building Families. Please pick up a copy.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important. It goes on so many different topics as far as the family, the husband, the wife, different relationships, the father, the son, the father, the daughter, mother, daughter, so forth. But just talking about the entire family dynamic as a whole.
Yeah.
Really feel it'll be helpful.
All right. So we're going to
Okay.
go continue the rest of our vacation.
Just have a few more hours here.
Thanks for tuning in.
With that, create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Next time.